It's about more than taking a walk. Yeah, it's choosing where you're going. It's about more than talking the talk. It's about listening and growing. It's about more than what you show.
We need to speak our truth and share our experiences because the louder we make noise, the more they will hear.
We need to be less self-involved and defensive when discussing the perspectives of others, especially those that may be more underprivileged than we.
We need to be more self-aware when it comes to our privileges and how it affects those around us.
We need to acknowledge the true history of oppression so that history does not repeat itself. We will have generational wealth. We are go-getters. We are a new generation.
I had a situation yesterday where there was like a fight, and the principal and the deans, they didn't really give it much of thought than if it were a situation between two white people fighting or a white person and a black person fighting. I feel like they would have made it a bigger deal. Even through administration, there is still a huge divide, and they treat these situations completely differently than I thought they were going to.
I used to live in Tulsa, Oklahoma for 2 years. It was a predominantly white school, and I was the only Black girl in the class. I was the only Black person in the classroom when I first attended the school. And I remember like I was in class and this white boy called me the N-word. And all I could do was just, tell the teacher. I was young. I was around like 6th, 7th grade. So my mom never gave me that, talk, and which is basically, hey, you're gonna be around people who don't look like you. They may do this, they may do that, but you have to be cautious. You have to say certain things to not make them upset or to not, make it seem like you're a threat.
I think in my school right now, it's kind of a big culture shock for me because this is a very predominantly white school. And I think I was so used to having such a diverse friend group in high school that coming to this school is so hard because everyone I'm making friends with or meeting is, like different than what I'm used to. I don't see where the brochure of diversity comes in handy here.
I sort of also had an eye-opening experience recently where there is an event in my hometown, and there are certain people that are abutters to that event. They live right next to where the event happens, and publicly made a statement that basically said something along the lines of, the Pittsfield community are all thugs and we don't want them coming here. I had never looked at my own school in that way, so it was very surprising to hear something like that, that they would say something so pretty blatantly racist.
A lot of people are really closed-minded when it comes to other races or just interacting with other people. They're very closed-minded, and if they got a chance to experience that like you did, Joe, then it changes you as a person. It changes everything you believed. It just makes you a better person.
I agree full-heartedly. I also I agree with the whole having conversations and with people that you wouldn't normally have conversations with, or people that you would have conversations with, similarities and differences. I have a friend here at school, and she's from a white town in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire, and she literally has never had a friend of color. She's never had an experience with them face to face personally because of the town that she was raised in. And being here, we're grateful that we do have one friend, and so she's had this whole experience where now she can have these conversations with her friend of color and have share their differences but also share their similarities. And I think just talking about that and acknowledging it is just the best steps towards the right direction.
It's about more. We must be willing to confront the thousand things that work to bind us. Confront the thoughts, kill 'em